Hello, my name is Craig, and that's me in the picture there, alongside Bobby, the collie Mix, my trusty companion. So, if you're watching this video, it means you probably just scanned a QR code and you're standing in a shop somewhere, hoping to learn a little bit more about what this product is all about. So, I won't keep you too long, just a few minutes, but what I'll do is I'll first talk about what occasions people normally buy these for and who they buy them for. I'll talk about what comes with it because it may not be entirely obvious depending on how the shop has it set up. I'll show you how to use it. Importantly, I'll show you how to change the ink in it when the first one runs out. And then I'll just talk a little bit about what bog oak is. If you're Irish, I guarantee you know what bog oak is, so that's why I'm leaving it to the end. But if you're visiting, it might be helpful to know that. You can also Google it as well, of course, and see what that is. So back to occasions. When I first started selling these, I made a point of asking every single person, what's the occasion? Who are you buying it for? What's it for? And really, there were four main occasions. So the first one is for important birthdays, roundy birthdays. Anniversaries was another one. Retirement gifts is a big one, and graduation gifts is also a very big one. And then, of course, various holidays. Father's Day is obviously a big one, and Christmas and things like that. So those are the main occasions and the main reasons why people buy them. I'll move on to what comes with it now. So first of all, it comes with the display box that the pen's actually sitting in front of you there. It also comes with a signed certificate of authenticity. So on the back of the certificate, I tell you when the pen was made, and then who by, which is me, and then I'll sign it as well. So that's a nice little thing to have when you're presenting it to someone as a gift. I also provide you with a spare ink refill. It's a real pain in the backside when your ink runs out and you don't have a spare one handy. Having said that, when the second one runs out, you can really pick these up in any stationery shop. But the best way to do it is to take the pen with you, and then they can make sure that you get the right one. And finally, each of these pens comes with a 2-year guarantee. So if there's any mechanical faults or anything like that over the next 2 years, just contact me on the website and I'll either repair it or I'll replace it at no cost to you. So if they're having a hard time locating the certificates of authenticity or the spare ink refills and things like that, it's no trouble at all. After you buy the pen, just contact me on the website. Tell me where and when you bought it. And if you provide me with your address, I'll send those out to you. That's no bother at all. Okay, so what I'll do over the next minute or so here is I want to show you how to use the pen, but also importantly, how to replace the ink. I get asked this a lot by potential customers, so it's good to know. So as far as using the pen goes, you simply twist it. It's a twisty model until the nib comes out, which it did there. And you're more than welcome to pick up one of these pens and try it out. Just grab yourself a bit of scrap paper and make sure that you're happy with the ink. If it's the first time it's ever used, it might take a minute for it to start pouring out. Okay, so let's look at how to replace the ink. So first I'm going to just close the pen and bring the nib back in. And then all we have to do is pull the pen apart at the middle. Now, it's going to be quite stiff. It's meant to be so that your pen doesn't fall apart when you're using it. So just gently do it bit by bit. And then eventually it'll come apart like that. Okay, so we can put the lid down. And then this bit here, that's the tip of the ink. So all we have to do is unscrew that. And out it pops. That's it. So when you're putting the new ink in, it's just the reverse order. So you put that back in and you twist it all the way until the nib comes out. That's how you know when it's all the way in. And then I'll use this metal bit here. I just want to close it again. All right. And then to put the top on, you simply put it on like this. Make sure you're over the metal tube there. There we go. And then normally what I do is I put my thumb on the end, place it down on a hard surface, and then gently push it back together. You want to make sure your nib is in for this. You don't want that to be out because you don't want to damage it. And that's pretty much it. And finally, what is bog oak and why is it so very old? All right. So like I said before, if you're Irish, you probably know the story, and if you're visiting, this might be handy to you. You can Google it anyway. But essentially, an oak tree would have fallen into a peat moss bog somewhere between 3 and 7,000 years ago. And once it goes under the surface, underneath the surface is actually a sterile environment, so the trees can't rot. So instead, they petrify and they start absorbing minerals around them as well, with iron being a really important one. And that's why the pens turn out so very dark. If you're interested in learning more on how the pens are actually made, I won't drag you through it here, but there is a page on the website that goes through the entire process from start to finish. So that's druidheritagedesigns.ie. So thanks very much. And yeah, enjoy your pen.